Hey dudes, Mishrak here. Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3, Barius Hill. This is this can be a nasty spot for some folks. Geomancers, the first time you encounter Geomancers, and their attacks are unavoidable, and they proc status, so you want to spread out. Sandbagging is a very good option here. I think it's probably the first fight that you run into where it really kind of tests your ability to do that. Because if you rush in, you will die. There's really no option. I say that, I imagine there's somebody who has a setup that's superior and just annihilates everything here, but I haven't found one yet. And even right up from the gate, I kind of set my Thief and my Summoner on there. You got to stop proc on the Geomancer. And you saw that 72 damage on the Summoner. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of hurt. But they're female, so that helps. Because I can charm them. I can Heartache Strike with the Thief there if he can stay alive. Avoid status ailments too much. One of the thieves, one of the knights has punch art, and the other one has actually got two swords with one of the swords that can proc a second attack, so he can technically hit up to 3 times. We'll want to keep him under control for sure, or at least keep him at distance. Make sure he doesn't get too close. In past attempts, I've actually tried to steal his weapons, and that's proven to be helpful, but I think in this case it's going to be better just to kill them. And they're already clumped up there, so the Summoner's going to move next. And we'll get to showcase her damage on these guys. Checking to see if I can actually land the sleep, if it's better to maybe get status ailments or try to heal. Ultimately, I decide on healing. It's a better option. Those two are almost dead. The Summoner just was revived by Ramza. And I take a long time to actually decide what to do with her, because I'm looking at everybody, making sure nobody's resistant to spell damage. Just looking at everybody's abilities. That one has counterflow. That's kind of nasty. Need to be careful of that. Oh yeah, that's going to be hurt. That's a lot of damage. Now I'm just kind of checking the other spells. Really just looking to see if I can actually get a better bang for my MP. But Salamander's, I think, is the best choice. And then I get kind of forgetful and I don't remember what I saw, so I have to check it again. I do that a lot when I'm tired or just not paying attention. I move her, so I need to move her away from the Geomancers and the Knight, but I move her next to the Thief, so the cure still goes off on both of them. It's easy to forget that sometimes that you do that, and then you miss an opportunity to heal yourself or whatever else you're trying to do. And yep, that killed 3. Did a lot of damage to that other knight. She's going to cast a fairy. First turn fairy. Or one round fairy, whatever. And it misses 2 of them. That's really good. Now there's that dual wielding one. And he gets, wow, that's nasty. So much damage and a don't move. That Hell Ivy actually did me a favor, because that gets the don't move off Ramza. Study will prove to be useful, actually. Another fairy. So 2 of those units are back up. Need to get one of those Geomancers under control. Can't see that because of the tree. Not enough damage to warrant attacking them. So let's see. Oh, same chance. Kind of moved for nothing there, but that's okay. Charm. Nice. Barius finishes that off with her stasis sword. She's actually kind of useful here. Applying a little bit of damage, nothing great, but a little bit helps. Adds up. 48% chance, and that was a good miss. That would have been pretty nasty to lose her, the Oracle. Thinking about doing a full life here. It's probably the best choice. Should be able to get it off because the Geomancer that's charmed is the only other one that acts. Full life. Let's get an inexpensive spell off. Not sure why I moved her. I probably could have just left her where she was. Someone casting Carbuncle, pretty useless at this stage. If they get it off on their knights or the Geomancers, it can actually be pretty harmful, but not a big deal with them back there. I'm a little bit convinced that even while Charm, the AI, kind of acts in its own best interest. Because, I mean, it did that with HP Restore. It certainly disregards friendly units when they do offensive spells that'll hit both. So sometimes they can actually do more harm than good in some situations. Like that HP Restore was not helpful at all. I would not have put him in a critical if that had been under my control. Summoner just waits. Well, she's out of MP, that's why. Now I'm looking at stuff to steal, maybe. Because I'm starting to get a good feeling that this battle's pretty well wrapped up. Green Beret would be nice to have. Can't buy those yet. 68% chance. Nice. Speed gear is really useful. All the time. All the time. HP Restore Agrius, good job being a hero there. See, here's another example. The Geomancer totally ignoring my friendly AI, or friendly units. Kind of does whatever she wants. Summoner charging, I believe it's a Leviathan spell. Another low percent chance to hit, like half, 50% blocked by the Oracle there. See, again, it would put her into. She'd have 1 health left if I did an elemental, and she would just HP restore it back, probably. So. Put some damage on. But actually, let's get rid of this other Geomancer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this other Geomancer. Just not being useful. Better off dead. Wasted 2 turns. Doing not what the computer AI wanted to do. So that was useful enough. This battle's really well wrapped up here. I mean, that other summoner is going to be out of MP when she casts Leviathan. And most of their really nasty damage is dead. Both Geomancers are dead. The other summoner's out of MP. But that thief's going to die, so I cast a life preemptively. Even though I can't see the damage, I have a pretty good feeling that that thief is going to die. I actually forgot during the fight that she was reflected, so I was a little confused why I couldn't cast spells at first. But someone still hit. I'm trying to decide if I want to kill her or maybe steal her weapon. I decide just to wait instead. Other potion negates most of that damage. And here comes the Leviathan. It's actually a good thing that Summoner didn't have a Wizard Rod on, like a Fire Rod or something, and could have procced and killed the Oracle, but she just had the the normal wizard rod, the one that adds MP, not the actual spell boosting ones. If you're done, if you're not interested in watching me steal their equipment and get their gear, you're welcome to stop the video now, and I appreciate you watching. If you do want to see that, go ahead and keep watching. I'll commentate it some more. Mustadio. Oh yeah, this is the fun part. I'm gonna explode Mustadio and Agrius here so they don't end the battle before I want it to end, because I want to make sure I get these crystals. Summoner JP, Geomancer JP, and abilities. Those are nice. Plus there's some items I really would like to have. Revive the Oracle. That Monk Knight finally managed to get a spell off. Or not a spell, an ability off the killer. Let's see, what should we steal? Armor. No. Battle Bamboo. Yes, I will take it. Because you can't buy those yet either. I really like Mjolnir. It's such a nice amount of damage, and the stop proc is really handy. Agrius was actually useful right before she died, and she stopped the summoner up there. I missed that a second ago. Miss a steal. Boo. But with that other Night of Sleep, I can just kind of do whatever I want. Make sure I get all the crystals. I think, you know, when you're in these fights and you have an opportunity to get the crystals and the items, you should. If you don't have to wrap up a battle to win it, like if you don't have to, if it's a difference between a final blow and losing the battle, then by all means get the final blow and win. But if you have an option to get crystals like I had to here and equipment, I think it's almost always better to do it until you're maxed out, because the enemies will pretty well always have an equipment advantage until you hit max level. So you want to stay on top of that. It goes a long way towards making these fights doable versus coming in completely undergeared. Some Geomancer abilities there. He already had most of them, but a few extras can't hurt. I want to get the other Geomancer abilities on Captain Crunch, though. Summoner abilities there. That's a nice set there. Ramu, Shiva, Sylph. Some time mage abilities, too. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh wait, it's not over. I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was over. Oh well. Can't hard strike him, he's a guy. Let's poison him though, make sure everything he does, he'll take damage, because we're done. I'm not gonna bother trying to steal his stuff. I really could, but I don't need it. As long as I get that the summoner crystal or chest, then we're good to go. I wouldn't mind if she crystallized and gave me counter flood or short charge though. That's always really nice when they do that. But she itemized. She turns into an item. Boo. Okay, now we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, catch you later.